Hey everybody, welcome back to the SmokeMidwest.com YouTube channel. I'm Scott. Today we have a different type of video for you today. I'm going to be showing you how I like to clean and maintain my Pit Boss pellet grill. Alright, before we get going, if you find this video helpful, give it a like, leave me a comment. I like to read and respond to those, so much appreciated. So first part, in keeping your Pit Boss pellet grill nice, in my opinion, it's got to have a cover. I store mine outside all of the time. It's never inside. And you got to have this to keep all of the rain out and to keep the sun from beating down on it, especially the rain, because if water gets into your pellets, it gets into your dust down at the bottom, it's going to create a big problem. It's going to get gum up, and you're going to have issues with your auger. I've had this cover for 3 years, ever since I bought the grill. It's held up pretty good. It's directly from Pit Boss. It's got a tear here in the corner and up top that need to get repaired, but other than that, this is held up well. So let's get to the inside and get to cleaning it. So you're gonna need some gloves. This is a dirty process, it really is. Usually I use rubber gloves, but I'm completely out of those, so just gonna get a pair of these jersey gloves. Dirty. So first up, I like to do, just give your grates a good cleaning. You can see this thing is dirty. I probably have 15-20 hours worth of cooks on it, so it's dirty. It's definitely time. You know, and some benefits about keeping this clean and maintained is you're gonna have better cooks on it, meaning you're not gonna have a bunch of dirty smoke from the grease burning, and also you're gonna avoid flame outs when you vacuum it out. So we'll get to that here in a second. So go ahead and take the grates out of it. Just gonna set those to the side. And then we'll take out our deflector plate. I just lift it up on the left hand side. It slides right out. So you can see, thing's dirty, pretty nasty. So we're gonna scrape all of that stuff off. So what I found the easiest to do is just get yourself a trash can. You know, I got a paint scraper here from Ace Hardware, and we're just gonna go ahead and scrape all of this grime and grease right off into the trash can. Just as easy as putting it right over there, making sure you get it. Just scrape it right into the trash can to help avoid any cleanup or mess. So you'll get some grease buildup there, which is fine. Just get as much as you can. And the last step, I'll show you what we're going to do to get that stuff. Scraped out. If you have a dog, make sure you keep them away from it, because as you can see, mine wants to lick it, which he shouldn't be. That's okay. So I got it cleaned off. You know, it's just gonna get dirty again in my opinion, but I got it cleaned off as much as I could. The chunks just come straight off, right off on it. So that's what I'm really doing, is getting the big chunks off. So we're gonna set that aside for a second. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna vacuum out the inside. So the next step is you gotta clean out all of the ash. So if you take a look inside here, here's this ash built up from all the pellets burning. It's kind of deep in there. It's probably a good inch deep, full of ash. So easiest way to do it, chop vac, get it all out of there. Make sure that your grill hasn't been used for at least a few days before you do this, because you never want to suck in some hot ash or any of that type of stuff. I haven't used this in a couple weeks, so we are good to go. So now that we got it vacuumed out, and that's probably the most important process of all of this, especially if you do low and slow cooks on your pit boss. If that fire pot has quite a bit of ash in it, you could have a flame out. And I'm sure you've all seen or maybe even experienced it where your flame goes out and it continues to feed pellets. All of a sudden you have a bunch of unburned pellets there. Your meat's cold, your smoker's cold. It kind of ruins the cook. So now that we have it all vacuumed out, we'll go ahead and put our deflector plate in there. If you have the notches on this side, you know it's on the left. It just slides back in. There's like little tabs where those notches go, so it's kind of hard to screw up. And it sits in there good. Just make sure that your little flame boiler plate thing is where it needs to be. You got your notch where you want it, or your little tab where you want it, and then we'll go ahead and put our grates back in. So we're almost done. We have two final steps what I like to do. Second to last, get your grease bucket. Mine's a little full. It's been a little too long since I've emptied that. I'm going to go ahead, just dump that out in the garbage. If it'll come out. Came out in one little chunk there. And I like to use these little aluminum tin cup things. You can get these off Amazon. Go ahead, put it in there. If you don't let it fill up like I did, you just let it fill up to, almost to the top of one of these. Makes for a super easy cleanup. So we'll go ahead and put this back. And the very last step is, I like to fire it up, crank it up to like 350 degrees. What that does is it's gonna burn any oils that are in there, burn them out. It's gonna smoke like crazy, which is fine. Let it go at 350 for like 20 minutes, and then you're done. If you follow these steps with your pit boss, you're gonna have good cooks, you're gonna avoid flame outs, and I feel like your meat's gonna taste a little bit better. So everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.